Alright, back again. I was just streaming just now and my camera went offline. Again, that's why my first chat one went offline, because the camera went offline. I don't know what's causing it. I think if I knock the PC, it's actually disconnecting the camera. I don't know. Yeah, I was just saying before the camera went offline, and I'd only been on like a minute, like to close that one down, showing that this don't work because I was hoping it'd fit on here, so I could continue using this one. Now the thing is, people have said certain ones of these will work on that machine, but they don't, because I tried 2 different soldering handles and both of them are giving me an E5 error message. What that is, I do not know. So while I'm on live, I'm going to quickly do a solder station E-5 error message. So it could be the voltage. Soldering iron. Let's see what that one says, because there is a few videos on there. I recently bought a soldering iron from AliExpress and now we'll test it. It shows an error message on the display. It says S5E. Actually, it's supposed to be E5. I already looked at the instruction paper and it doesn't say anything about the model of the soldering iron is 305 T210 soldering station. There's a video on how to solve I think I've got to put a let's put the precision gold A55 KJ. Well, I'll put gold right. See what it says or anything. And it says it's either a broken internal heating element or thermocouple. Replace the heating element. But it's a brand new fucking soldering iron. Right, there's a Reddit here with one of those. Visit. Trying to find a replacement heating element. Okay, that I found. I've already clicked on here. And it doesn't bring anything up on Amazon. I think people are saying it's not worth even getting a new soldering iron handle for it. Might as well just buy a new one, but I don't want to buy a new one, so I've got a new station. I was just hoping I could find a new handle for this one. It doesn't give any information on where to get a new soldering iron tip. It's not a tip, see, it's similar to a tenner, but that's 99 fucking quid, and I'm not paying that for it. So they've got various models which are similar. They've got tips. Got a load of tips for it, but not the actual soldering machine handle. I was thinking of taking the one I've got apart and putting the thing from the new one into the old one. The what's it called? That's one more. I've got one like that. But will you stop it? Don't lay down. Bloody cat. I'm always pissing around that cat is. There's no more things on here about it. So selling the actual base unit on eBay, but I'm not selling it without the actual soldering iron. And the buy it on eBay is like 50 quid, which I'm not paying because I don't need the soldering iron station. I just need the soldering iron tip. So there is a, and I got sold 30 quid, and that actually had the tip with it. Not the tip, it had the actual soldering iron. Shame you can't actually get soldering iron handles, the main bits for these machines anymore. Because it is a good soldering iron. There's a video here. That's not the fucking video I want to watch. And I'm not seeing any videos on that Pacific machine. That's not even the same one. Oh well, it's what it is, I suppose. I ain't gonna be able to use this. I said it like, spares is in really good condition still. Well, I could try and take the heating filament out of here. How you would do that, I've got no clue. So it could be that, because my one's broken on the other one. So it could just be the heating filament that's broken. Well, I know it's broken on my other one. Definitely. So I could see if there's any heating filaments for soldering irons. And see if I can fix the heating filament. But yeah, people said that this one from AliExpress would actually fit in here, which it does fit, but it doesn't operate the soldering iron. It gives an E5 error message. So there's no way of getting that repaired because you need a working soldering iron. And let's see if there's any heating filaments. Soldering iron, heating elements. They do sell soldering iron elements, but I wouldn't know what one to get. Okay, closing down the fucking Google page. So you could buy a load of like soldering iron handles because they're saying it's for the 936, but you know I've seen loads on Amazon and eBay. I mean Amazon and AliExpress between £3 and £7. But I've already got one and it's not working. You actually need one which is definitely compatible for it. No, you could buy them off Amazon. The time you fucked around like that, you might as well just buy a new soldering iron station, which I did do because I wasn't too knowledgeable in trying to find out what soldering iron handle I needed. Well, you could buy 10, 20 different handles and one of them would probably fit. You don't want to keep sending them back either. Because, you know, if you bought them off Amazon, it's not so bad because you will get your money back within within 48 hours after it's been picked up. But with eBay, you'll wait fucking ages for it to be refunded. Just that one's smaller than all the other ones I've got, and it would be nice just sit on this table. But the other ones are sitting on the other table at the moment. So have got one on eBay, but it's 93 fucking quid, no chance. I wish I'd had the instruction manual, because then that way it'd tell me exactly what soldering iron tip soldering iron handle I need. There's so many soldering iron handles, it's unbelievable. I think the one I got, the soldering station I bought, wasn't that expensive anyway. If I can find it. That's the power. Right, the one I bought was a 700 watt soldering station, 2-in-1 SMD hot air rework station, adjustable temperature digital display, which is, and I hope the camera don't go offline again, that one there. That was only £40. So tiny fucks around looking for the cable, new soldering iron, which ain't really worth it, you know. Might as well just put the station on eBay and see if anyone wants to buy it, but you ain't going to get much for it because I can see them on eBay for like between 20 and £25 for the station. So you need to do a search on eBay for it. Not eBay, Amazon. It says like 907A, 50 watt, but mine ain't a 907A. Mine's an AK-55. Oh, pardon me. I don't know why I'm putting an Elon in there. Yeah, so all the ones I'm seeing is like for T2, 45, T 115, 936, 936A, 937. Now the soldering iron and I got was a 936, I think. And as I say, it's not worth getting £100 for one if you can't find it in stock. Now you can buy a brand new fucking soldering iron 75 watt plug-in soldering iron tip, 200 to 480 Celsius with 6 modes for £34. And you get 3 tips for that, I think. They're not the basic standard tips either, these are like unusual tips. You know, you get soldering irons cheap now, you know, between, there's one there, £28, but it's kind of like bulky because you've got the soldering iron rest, then you got your bit where you got your copper stuff, so you like clean your tip up. Just the same, you can't get parts of certain things nowadays, you know. You know, unless you know exactly what you're doing, you could probably repair it and, like, you know, get the right parts for it. And but I don't think it's going to be possible. That's why I bought a USB soldering iron off Amazon, because I don't trust AliExpress with their ones. But I bought this one off AliExpress, off Amazon. So I just want to like quickly do 1, 2 not quick repairs. Then I can use this instead of like turning on the station. But if I'm going to do a lot of work on it, then I'd rather turn the station on. I doubt I would be doing a lot of work on it at the moment, because my eyes keep playing up. That's why I can't get to do any like projects, because my eyes keep fucking around, itchy and watery, and you know, my eyes, I've got a headache or feel nauseous, you know, dizzy and whatever. See, I even had an early night last night, and I went, you know, I think it was around about 1 o'clock. I went to sleep, went into bed last night, and I got up about 1 in the afternoon, and I'm still fucking tired, you know. It's old age that creeps up on you. It's old bloody age. Yes, I know I talk shit, but that's why I am. I don't know what to talk about half the time. So that ain't a bad looking one, very small, but it's like fucking 173 quid. On one which is a little bit smaller than the one I've got. As I say, like, you know, I don't do a lot of soldering at the moment because you know, my health issues, but when I do want to do a lot more soldering, I've got to keep bringing that over and then putting it back, because I ain't got no room on the table to keep it on the table. I've got to keep moving stuff around, and that's how, you know, moving around stuff all the time, that's how you break stuff. And the one I've got, the problem is when you turn it on, the heat gun starts running straight away, and I don't want that. Because you got to keep fucking around turning the heat gun off. That's why I just want a soldering iron by itself. I mean, a solder station by itself without the heat gun. And I spent too much money out on equipment and parts and pieces and fuck knows what else on AliExpress and Amazon. So if I can find one a little bit smaller than the one I've got, then I might get it, but I don't want one which has got a heat gun on it. If I want it one with a heat gun, then I've got one beside me with a heat gun, and I can use it. So there's a 65 watt one now, which don't look too bad, but it's got like 5 pushing buttons, whatever they do. I've got no idea. No, I'd rather have one which has got a dial knob on it, then I can just like turn the knob up for the higher kind of like heat I need. So that one ain't bad as well, about £142. See, the problem with the USB ones, they're okay, to do like, I say, probably like small patch-up jobs, kind of thing. And you don't know how long the battery would last. So you'd have to keep a USB cable connected to it all the time. So that one's like £19, that's really horrible and shitty. See, that one ain't too bad, but it's £34, 75 watt. But it's the soldering iron tips that are kind of long ones and not like the basic standard small ones. The cheese one I've seen is a $25.99, but it's got like 5 weird buttons on it, which would confuse me. I get confused enough as it is. That one would have been okay, but it's a heat gun. If it was a soldering iron one, and it wouldn't have been so bad. £33. That one don't look too bad, but it's 60 quid, and I'm paying 60 quid for it. I was saying that Tandy closed down. They used to do some good stuff down there. The only one I'm seeing is a £34 one, but the soldering iron tips are too long. And you'd have to keep replacing those ones all the time. Dear life. Why so many things are so expensive nowadays? So I've seen some nice stations, but they're fucking heat gun ones and not actual soldering iron. And the ones that I do see are like 130 odd quid. So I know I've got a soldering iron station right next to me, but it's the heat gun, like, even when you don't turn it on, it still fires up for some reason. So unless it's faulty, the machine, I don't know. Yeah. 78, £149. So expensive, some of this gear nowadays. Blame the fucking government, to be honest with you. They're the ones who fucks it over. Putting all the tax and VAT shit on it all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna go close this down. Cheers for watching, and yeah, I should be getting some more stuff in the next couple of days. If I do, I'll do a video, whether it's 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, I don't know. But keep an eye on the little channel, and I'll catch you later. I've even got to try to find out if I can get some more of these batteries cheap. So, cheers for watching. Bye for now.